to our friends from the House who are here this morning. We have 3 suffrage bills that are before us, and the colleagues from down the hall were kind enough to come down and visit with us. These are the 2 representatives that have sponsored these 3 suffrage bills. So we'll just start in order here with Representative Williams Barnes. And Representative, you can either come sit at the end of the table or you can use the podium, whichever you feel more comfortable with. But this first House bill is, why don't you just come sit down here? That may be more comfortable. And y'all pass her a microphone down to the end. This one is House Bill 1730, and it's the act to restore the right of suffrage to Mr. Ray Farrell of Harrison County. And we'll recognize Representative Williams Barnes to kind of tell us a little bit about that.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I appreciate the committee as well as the chairman for allowing me this opportunity. So Mr. Farrell is a resident of Harrison County. He is an actual constituent of mine. And back in 80-something, the early 80s, he broke into a truck that was in the backyard of someone's home. And as you will see on that report, I believe he got 3 years probation. Mr. Farrell has suffered from some mental illness, but I do want to share with you all that every election, this gentleman is on a corner closest to his precinct, asking and saying he wished he could vote with signs and expressing that. I have not met anyone that has exemplified that type of passion to vote. And so I spoke to the Lieutenant Governor. I've also spoken to the chairman. The Lieutenant Governor assured me that he would support Mr. Farrell's suffrage bill. And I ask that you do the same. If you have any questions for me, I'm here.
We appreciate you being here. I know it's early this morning. Are there questions by committee members of Representative Senator Sparks?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I understand that this is auto burglary. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. As I understand it, that is a crime that is eligible for expungement. Do you know if Mr. Farrell has sought an expungement for this?
I do not know that. I do not know if he has. Again, he does not have a lot of resources. And because of his mental state, sometimes he's really good, sometimes he's not. So I'm not certain if he has sought that.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, other questions? Thank you so much for being here. All right, do we have a motion? You've heard the motion. Senator Wiggins, title sufficient to pass. All in favor say aye. Any opposed, nay. The ayes have it. We appreciate you very much. This will advance to the Senate floor.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you so much. And our next one is House Bill 1731, and that is to restore the suffrage of Deborah Ledbetter of Hinds County. And we have Representative Summers also here with us from down the hallway there. Thank you for being here. If you would like to, do you have a packet? Pat, do you have an extra? I don't know if you have one. You do? Okay.
Yes.
So you can kind of see what we're looking at. We got a reverb here, but if you'll just tell us a little bit about this one, please, ma'am.
Sure. Good morning, committee, and thank you, Mr. Chairman, for allowing me to present on behalf of Ms. Ledbetter and Ms. Grant. So Ms. Ledbetter was convicted of a stolen credit card back in '89. She was sentenced to 5 years, 3 being suspended. And she didn't even realize that she had this violation until she was stopped in a traffic stop and realized she had some unpaid tickets, and that's why she was required to serve 2 years. But she was a trustee for Sheriff McMillan, which used to be the sheriff for Hinds County. And she has had no conviction since. She's been sober and a model citizen. She will be 55 years old upon her birthday. So I ask the committee to support Ms. Ledbetter's request for suffrage.
All right. Questions for Senator Sparks?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Both of these allegations or crimes are monetary amounts. Has restitution been made in both of these cases as it relates to the amounts that were alleged to have been, I guess, obtained through credit card fraud?
I believe they have.
I would ask maybe before we take this up on a full vote on the floor that we have verification of that. That might be a
Okay.
question that comes.
Sure, absolutely.
Good question. And if you'll help us obtain those things,
Yes.
that would be helpful. Any other questions? And she has explained both, I think House Bill 1732 and 1731. Is that right, Representative Summers?
Well, for Ms. Grant, she was dealing with a hard time, raising her daughter and her grandchildren, working full-time, trying to make ends meet, ended up writing some bad checks as a way for her to provide some food for her family. She did not serve any jail time. She has not had any convictions since then and has remained employed. And so also ask for your support on this one as well.
Thank you so much. All right, questions? Senator Sparks?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Same question, same request on that one.
Okay, you got it.
All right. Other questions? Senator Wiggins, were you seeking? Okay. Anybody else for a motion? Motion is title sufficient to pass on 1731 and 1732. Senator Wiggins? All right. All in favor say aye. Any opposed, nay? The ayes have it. These will
Thank you so
advance.
much.
And if you can help us get that information on both of those, that'd be very helpful.
Yes, sir.
All right, motion to rise and